This is the safest place to be.
Mom, come on!
Do you have any information on a specific location?
It's us.
The story of 13 Minutes unfolds in a quiet American town where life usually moves at a calm and predictable pace. The community is small, the people know each other well, and daily routines feel comfortable and familiar. However, beneath the peaceful surface, every resident carries personal struggles, dreams, and tensions that remain hidden behind ordinary conversations and polite smiles. The film explores how a single catastrophic moment can bring all those hidden emotions to the surface and forever change the lives of everyone involved. The narrative introduces several different characters whose lives intersect in subtle ways throughout the town. Each person is dealing with their own challenges, whether it is family conflict, emotional pain, or difficult decisions about the future. Some residents are teenagers trying to understand who they want to become, while others are adults struggling with responsibilities and relationships that have grown complicated over time. At first, their stories appear separate, but as the film progresses, it becomes clear that they are all connected by the same community and the same fragile sense of normalcy. One of the central figures in the story is a high school student who feels misunderstood by the people around him. Like many teenagers, he is navigating a confusing period of life filled with pressure, expectations, and emotional isolation. His relationship with his family is strained, and he often feels as though no one truly understands what he is going through. This sense of loneliness shapes many of his decisions and influences the way he reacts to the events unfolding around him. Another key character is a young woman who dreams of leaving the town behind and building a life somewhere far away. She feels trapped by circumstances and worries that staying in the same place will prevent her from reaching her full potential. Despite her ambitions, she remains deeply connected to the people she cares about, which makes the idea of leaving both exciting and painful. The town school plays an important role in bringing many of the characters together. It is a place where friendships form, conflicts arise, and young people begin to shape their futures. Teachers attempt to guide their students through difficult moments, but they often struggle to balance discipline with compassion. The school environment becomes a reflection of the larger community, filled with both hope and tension. As the story unfolds, the audience begins to see glimpses of the emotional pressures building within different characters. Families argue about responsibilities and expectations. Teenagers confront feelings of confusion and insecurity. Adults worry about financial stability, relationships, and the uncertainty of what lies ahead. These individual struggles slowly build toward a moment that will test everyone in ways they never imagined. On an otherwise ordinary day, dark clouds begin forming in the sky above the town. At first, the approaching storm seems like nothing more than a typical change in weather. However, meteorologists soon realize that the conditions are far more dangerous than anyone initially believed. A powerful tornado begins forming in the distance, moving quickly toward the town and leaving destruction in its path. Most residents remain unaware of the danger until the final moments before the storm arrives. When the tornado warning finally reaches the community, panic spreads rapidly. People rush to find shelter while trying to contact loved ones and ensure their safety. The peaceful routine of the town suddenly collapses into chaos as everyone scrambles to survive. The tornado itself becomes the central force of the story, a natural disaster capable of destroying everything in its path within minutes. Buildings shake under the violent winds, debris flies through the air, and the once quiet streets transform into scenes of terrifying destruction. In just 30 minutes, the storm unleashes an overwhelming amount of power that forever alters the town. During those intense moments, each character is forced to confront their fears and priorities. Some people act with remarkable bravery, risking their own safety to help others reach shelter. Others struggle with panic as they attempt to protect their families from the storm. The disaster becomes a test of character, revealing hidden strengths and vulnerabilities within the community. One of the most powerful aspects of the story is how it captures the unpredictability of life. Just minutes before the tornado arrives, people are arguing about small problems or worrying about everyday responsibilities. Suddenly, those concerns seem insignificant compared to the urgent need to survive and protect the people they love. As the storm finally passes, the town is left devastated. Homes have been destroyed, businesses damaged, and entire streets transformed into fields of debris. The once familiar environment now feels unrecognizable, forcing residents to confront the reality of what they have lost. However, the aftermath also reveals something remarkable about the human spirit. Despite the destruction surrounding them, the people of the town begin helping one another almost immediately. Neighbors search through rubble to rescue survivors. Strangers offer food, shelter, and comfort to those who have lost everything. The tragedy that threatened to tear the community apart instead begins to bring it closer together. For many characters, the disaster becomes a turning point in their lives. Relationships that once felt broken start to heal as people realize how fragile life truly is. Parents reconnect with their children, friends support each other through grief, and individuals begin reconsidering the choices that once seemed so important. The young student who once felt isolated begins to see that the people around him care more deeply than he realized. The storm forces him to confront his emotions and understand that he is not alone in his struggles. Through the shared experience of survival, he discovers a new sense of connection with his community. The young woman who dreamed of leaving town also experiences a change in perspective. Witnessing the courage and compassion displayed by the people around her reminds her that home is not just a place but the relationships that give life meaning. The disaster challenges her understanding of what truly matters and forces her to reconsider her plans for the future. Adults within the community face their own moments of reflection as well. Many realize that they have become distracted by stress and responsibilities, losing sight of the relationships that once meant everything to them. The storm becomes a powerful reminder that life can change in an instant, and that time with loved ones should never be taken for granted. As the town begins the long process of rebuilding, the characters carry the emotional lessons learned during those 13 minutes. The destruction may have altered the physical landscape, but it has also strengthened the bonds between the people who live there. What was once a collection of separate lives slowly transforms into a more united and compassionate community. The film ultimately emphasizes the resilience of ordinary people when faced with extraordinary challenges. It shows that even in moments of overwhelming fear and loss, individuals can find the strength to support one another and move forward together. The disaster becomes not only a tragedy but also a catalyst for personal growth and emotional healing. In the end, the story of 13 Minutes is not only about a tornado or a natural disaster. It is about the fragile nature of life and the way unexpected events can reshape the paths people choose to follow. Through its characters and their experiences, the narrative reminds viewers that every moment matters and that even the shortest span of time can change everything.